So, hello there. Today we are joined by Gregory Patellis, who managed to 8 and 0 on the ProQuest Season 3 in Lisbon. So, first of all, congratulations that you
Thank
managed to
you.
bring such a unique deck to such a great performance, being the Mechanoid Dash.
Thank you.
Okay, so
We're here to discuss about that.
yeah, and we are here today to discuss about your deck choice. Okay, first of all, without further ado, let's head on. So, first of all, why did you choose to play Dash during this ProQuest season?
Okay, first of all, I started as a Dash main back in the end of 2020. Uh, so whenever we have a new set with Dash support, I try to see if I can make something playable, if there is something playable. And when the Mechanoid was spawned, we really liked it, all the Dash fans. Uh, But we got some other very good support this time. We got the harpoon, which is amazing.
Yeah, the Harpoon. What a card.
Yeah, it gives you many games. And together with a friend, Canaris Budas, we tried to build Mechanic Dash at the start. We didn't have too much success. But we so many ideas online about how to make it more consistent and fast. And we ended up with this version of Dash, which is very, very fun for us.
Yes, we know what they say about card games. What whenever one is having too much fun, probably the other one isn't having as much. But and guessing from the 8 and 0, I guess not many opponents of you had a lot of fun this progress season. Okay, anyway, so I really wanted to dive deep into why did you choose to build the deck around Mechanoid? I mean, I get it that you wanted to make it work, but what was the reason why you actually went with the Mechanoid sideboard plan rather than the more traditional pistol control version of Dash we see?
Okay, first of all, let's say that this is, the 16 cards in the main deck that are on the deck list are a standard aggro dash deck, and there is a sideboard for the Mechanoid. Okay, so
Okay.
the matchups that you would play aggro, you still play aggro more or less. Uh, the turning point on my decision was Guardian, because when you go for a pistol plan with Guardian, especially if they're very aggressive or they're very, and they have too much disruption and they discard cards from your hand. I was afraid that I'm going to lose some of the items, and you need all your items to make this work. Your pistol items, and you know how this works. Whereas for the Mechanoid plan, you start with a hyperdriver, and you have five more and three sparkle geniuses to bring hyperdrivers, so you can afford to lose some of the pieces, and you have three constructing your mechanoids, so you can lose, so you can afford to lose even two of them to disruption. The only guys you cannot lose are the high octanes. These are the ones that give you the game.
All right.
So okay, yes, it felt more fun. It was more fun, but at least in the early parts of our our testing, it felt safer against Guardian.
Okay. So do you what other matchup I mean I can see it against Guardian because being able to have more ways to be more consistent with your cards and not care too much to lose some copies of Hyperdriver or Mechanoid, that definitely makes it a lot safer. But apart from Guardian, what other matchup you also side in the Mechanoid?
Um, Usually assigned against Dorinthia, if we see so, against Lexi as well. Uh, you have to be very careful, but usually you have to do it against Arachne.
Right?
Um, Maybe forget some matchups now. But yeah, pretty more for meta decks,
What
these are the ones
and
that
I mean,
use the
I
Mechanoid.
guess against the rune blades and against the ninjas, you were just playing a traditional aggro dash, right? Nothing, no
Yes,
shenanigans with hyperdrivers in that matches.
yes. Against Fire in particular, you play the most aggressive plan that you have. And against Prime, I also play the aggro part with a chamber though, because the late game with Briar is more tricky. With Fire, you can also win even if you don't have a chamber. They cannot fatigue you, so you can win. But with Briar, she can have she can give you some value cards in the late game as well. So you need the chamber.
All right, all right. Okay, so how were your matches during the ProQuest during in Lisbon? What did you play against?
Okay, first round I played against one guy from the Lisbon Better that played Icelander. I went aggro. He didn't see what he wanted to see to disrupt me enough, and it was a clear match. Second round, another against another great guy from Lisbon again, and he played Dorinthia, and I got the Mechanoid out. He pushed me enough. He pushed enough damage before I got it out, but then I was able to defend efficiently with the Mechanoid because it's a huge boost to sector life it gives you.
Yeah.
You get the
I mean, it gives a
counters.
total of what, like 5, 4, 3.
It's if you break it, it's 15.
It's 15 extra life. Yeah, it's a huge number. I
Yeah,
mean,
and you have 4 more before you get it out from 3 from Foundry Heart and one from the Glove. Yeah, so you may play for to 15 life, but yeah, if you come to a point that you have to break Mechanoid, I don't think you will win. So let's say 15 it.
okay, okay.
Um, Yeah, third round, and I was afraid of this matchup because it was the Royal Bravo. Uh, which, if he starts rolling, you don't have time to get the Mechanoid out, but he didn't. Uh, he had some weird turns, with his draws. So I got and I got the Mechanoid out very early.
All
So
right.
I just waited for two octanes and I had a huge turn.
So if I get this right, after you have assembled the mechanoid, pretty much you need the high octane to do a huge turn and kill off the opponent. That's correct, right?
Yeah, so, and this is the part that you actually need to test is whether is how many hype tones do you need? Because okay, if you want to to take some damage to the opponent before the mechanoid and he's around 25 or something, maybe one mechanoid is enough, one hype tone is enough. If not, you need more.
All right.
I will tell you when I come to the Guardian matchups. And in the fourth round, I cannot recall. Yeah, sorry. I played against a file. Difficult match, good opponent. He also made the paint. And it was my other plan. I got the two timbers and the magnetic for my second round and broke the mask
All right.
and the glove. And then it was a nice race, but at some point, yeah, I got all his hand, and then he loses eventually.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And I had a very difficult match in the fifth round of Swiss against a very good Oldham, and I had to. He understood what's going on. He ran fatigue, and when I got the match, he still had 40 life. So I went for double high octane, and together with the attacks, I presented in one turn. I presented, I think, 54 damage, something like that, or 55. I can't remember. He defended with everything, and he went to one so I leaked 39 damage, and then I had a few times that I tried to kill him. He defended, but at some point I had a payload, so
Wow, okay.
it ended there.
So you
Yes.
almost killed him in one turn, right? So 54
Yeah.
points of damage. I mean, double hike then, and it's interesting to remember that I don't. Okay, we have the flip card. Okay, that's great. That I just want to put a note to self that the different thing with Mechanoid and the pistol is that the Mechanoid doesn't actually close the combat chain, so he never gets the shield back. I
Yeah, he
just
doesn't.
realized that. Yeah, he
The
never
shield is
gets the shield
for
back.
one damage.
That was I would really hate to be the Oldheim player on this game. Congratulations. So, and what happens to
That's
pay?
the shield, but I have the damage. So what?
So, and then what happens top 8?
The first round, yeah, in the debate I played against a Reimer. He was, I played aggro. He was not very lucky. At some point, the first time he rolled the scab skins was wrong. And then I played all the high turns. And I think I finished with maximum velocity. So with Rhino is a close matchup. You go aggro, but you have to have your chambers. Otherwise, he will totally fatigue you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wasn't very lucky. So it was an easy win, but it was a good opponent. And probably the match that I thought that I would lose was a top four against Alexi.
Okay, against Lexi top 4, a Frost Lexi. What kind of Lexi build?
No, it had frost elements, but also he didn't fuse that much.
All right.
Yeah. Closer to what you play, you do what you were testing, but not exactly that, I think. Um, I chose to go for the Mechanoid plan, but I didn't see the pieces earlier. Usually you do, sometimes you don't, and I couldn't defend efficiently. So I I think I got down to seven when I brought the Mechanoid out. But I had a 5 card turn in which I played high octane. I played the Spark of Genius after one boost to get the third hyperdriver. The boost gave me money from the hyperdriver resources. I got the Mechanoid out. I had drawn another card from Spark. So I could boost 2 times and attack maybe 3 times with the Mechanoid or 4. I
Wow,
think
so
3.
on a
Yeah.
single turn, you both created the Mechanoid and attacker bands. Wow, that's really interesting. And that's actually
Yeah.
something that can happen with this deck. It's really
Yes.
interesting.
And the hyperdriver. So I started the turn with 2 hyperdrivers, and I ended attacking 3 or 4 times with a Mechanoid. I can't recall how many are there. I can't do the math right now.
Yeah, and I mean, Lex is not a deck very well equipped to even deal with the single attack every turn of the Mechanoid. I
Yeah.
mean,
Plus after that, I have 5 armor.
yeah, and also that's right, that's right. The moment you get the Mechanoid, suddenly you feel way more safer in the hit effects. Wow.
Yes, exactly. And you can have almost the effect of defending with your whole hand without defending with your whole hand. But the final, I encountered another ID. Uh, all of these were very good opponents. He tried to me, but he couldn't leak enough. He couldn't press my luck total amount. And I got relatively early the Mechanoid, so I had my life around 30 at first, so I could wait until I had my three octanes. So I played three octanes in a turn. And I attacked, I think, seven times with the Mechanoid. Yeah, because I boosted two times, then he did that. He got one of my cards upon my deck, and I had 6+1 action points to attack with a Mechanoid. He didn't die
Okay.
in the turn. He was at 40, he went down to, I don't remember, 2, I think, something like that, or 3, I'm not sure right now. And then I have a couple of turns that I'll try to kill him until I managed it.
Okay, so note to self, just turn 3 Mechanoid into double high octane for a billion attack and win a pro quest. That's a way, that's definitely a way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it seems like a blast. I mean, I could be super excited to play these matches as well. I mean, yeah, I mean, probably the second you actually land the Mechanoid just must feel so powerful and so devastating for the opponent. I mean, okay, right now I need to deal with a 6 power free attack weapon with 5 block. I mean, it was definitely fun. So I also wanted to ask to as my close up thoughts. Do you feel this build in Dash can become a staple? Do you think that that can be a normal sideboard plan that people can actually expect?
I'm not sure yet, but uh, I would give it to a tournament even if they knew that I would play that. For now, I mean, I'm thinking of playing it in week two of the quests. Yeah, at times it feels like the lunar plan of Boltin. Uh, well, slow, but very potent. And yeah, I think it's a good deck. With Scalars going and everybody saying that it was a mini deck, so we're wondering, are we missing something? Maybe we still miss something and it's not that good, but it seems very good. You also have two chambers and two purifiers in the sideboard. So you can play against Dromai and the mirror as well. You can switch to this plan. So you don't really miss something apart from the Guardian matchups that you commit to this to this plan. And maybe if I see more Dorothea, uh, maybe I miss the defensive actions against Dorothea. More than I miss them against Holden or Bravo. But I don't expect to see many of them.
And do you have a fear that if this deck gets a bit more known, do you think there are any hate cards that can be brought in to approach this matchup or this
Yes.
deck?
Well, so when you have to play against exposed to the elements, okay? At least before you get the mechanic out. Otherwise, it breaks your boots or your head and it's over.
Yeah,
And then you cannot blink. You can just fatigue you.
right.
Uh, and after that, again, Soldier should never defend more than three times with it. Don't get more than three defensive counters on that. Because you can again break it with this expose. So you have to be careful about expose. Against guardians, you should also be careful of battle. Against the lithium from Shatter, but it has to be defended. So against the lithium, you only defend what you have to with a mechanoid.
Yeah.
And if you don't have all this ice meta, you are very afraid of Bolton, but I don't think we'll see too much of it, of him, with
Yeah,
all
I
this
mean, yeah, if the
big meta.
I mean, we got some amazing results from Ice Deck this meta, and if that keeps going on, I guess Bolton will not be a factor. So this deck might even sign some more. So it's really interesting to see how the Pro Season quest will develop after week one. I'm really interested to see that.
Yeah, because in the first weeks you see agro decks of fresh meta, but now we saw too much ice ice decks, which is interesting.
Sorry?
So can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Usually in the first meta we see more aggro decks in the first week, but this time we saw too many ice decks.
Yeah, yeah,
One place.
that's
Yeah.
definitely interesting. Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. I mean, I was really amazed from the fact that there was a third game plan with Dash that could be actually feel competitive, and I'm really happy that you managed to 8-0 on the ProQuest. So congratulations again.
Thank you. I'm happy to.
Okay, thanks for having us. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for staying here. That was all of us for today. I will have the deck list below if you'd like to check it out. So, thanks again and see you around.
See
Bye.
you.